Good day, Gannaways. It's life on the lake. I wanted to give you guys a run-through of where I live, of your apartment, because what's mine is yours. And I've got us a really nice apartment right now, in a really nice building, right across from the lake, where lots of birds live. We could always watch the wildlife, and otters and turtles, and this is your front lawn, across from the lake. Sorry if you gotta move things, I'm trying to get a better view. Excuse my cinematography. And that's the view from the apartment. I call it Walden Pond. And there's my artwork. I like anthropomorphic. That's a big word, big word. I like wood that looks like animals and stuff, and fancy stuff like my little pet dragon. That's my favorite piece right now. But I like my eel. And I like the fish that's running away from it. And whatever this blobbity thing is, it's called lurch. And then I call this one Cthulhu. But, you know, they all look kind of animal-y. They all got eyes and stuff. And so that's the view. Life on the lake. That's my closet. Okay, that'll have a lock on it, and that'll be my closet, and that's where all my tools and stuff will go. That's what that is. Those are my tools, and I'll teach you all about how to use all those tools. And this is some of my legal stuff, and I'll teach you how to use all those tools, too. All right, but all that stuff will go into this closet, which there's plenty of room in there for. It's got some clothes and stuff, and that's where all my stuff's going to go, okay? And that'll have a lock on it, and I'll show you the stuff that's in there and, you know, and all of that when you're here, but I don't want you playing with my tools and all that. So that'll be my closet, so I have a safe place for my things. So you can't hurt yourself with any tools, because tools could hurt you. You know, they cut wood and stuff, so they could cut you. But and I don't want to get anything disorganized, so I'm gonna have a safe place for my stuff there. Okay, locking closet, and then this place is your spot. All right. So after the tools and the legal stuff go in, and some of the stuff on the top there, you can see obviously isn't for children, like the wood oil and a little bit of propane, goes into the safe closet. This will mostly be yours. I'll keep my little legal books up there in the legal chicken. But most of this will all be yours. And a lot of it's yours right now. If we took all that stuff off, we'd have your pad. Okay. And there's some barriers up there. And there's a little thing for growing lettuce we're going to use. And learning stuff. And so right now, the top shelf is your educational toys and educational stuff. You got, and even a little Game Boy. What? And games. But you know, you got to have that hand-eye coordination. And all this is for you and your use. And then we got gardening stuff that we're going to use and ABCs that we're doing for sounding out alphabets and coloring books and stuff. I'm learning to be... Oh, I've been reading this so many times. You're going to see this around forever. You're going to end up reading that book too. But anyways, there's seeds and gardening stuff. So we do gardening together. And then when you're here, and we get you some new clothes... Because you're 2 years old now. I had clothes for you up until now. But when you're 2, we're going to, I got to buy you some more clothes now. Because you're bigger. I know that. I've seen a few pictures of you. But that's going to be your clothes shelf. And this is your toy shelf. Where all my tools will come out. Your toys will go in. And I'll build a little cardboard barrier and a door. And that way you can shovel all your toys in there. Whenever you want. And help to keep it clean. And here's some of your toys. Okay, and this is more for Abraxas. Alright, and this video is for both of you guys. Alright, this is both of your homes. Alright, but when you get here, Abraxas, we're going to need more room. Because you're big. You're a big brother, man. And you are big, and I'm sure you're big and strong like your mommy and your daddy. So we're going to need more room for you. And I have that lined up, okay? My landlord has a few places we could choose from where you can have your own room. Okay? And then, me and Brisbane can have a shared spot, and then he can have his own room. So, I got it covered, guys. Alright? So, but I got some toys for you, and some more toys for you, Abraxas, and for Brisbane, and for everybody, for all of us, James is fun, dominoes is fun. Okay? This is stuff that we could all do together. I like playing cards. I got for Abraxas more. Right now is going to be these video games, but in a year or two for Brisbane too. And I got you these video games and this TV. This TV is not connected to the television, to the networks, or to the internet or anything. And it's just for your video games. And I'll put some YouTube stuff on it. I'll connect my phone to it. I got a wire for that. But I don't want, we'll pick the stuff together. And but it's just for that. And that's all, and we'll figure out when to watch that. And the video games is nobody is killing anybody. Okay, I don't have any video games where they kill people. These are old school Nintendo and Atari games, and those are good games because they're fun. Even though they're old, they are fun. I like playing them. We can play them together all the time. There's like a packet of like 100 games on this little system here of all these old school games, and I'll get more stuff like that. We can choose out systems like that for hand-eye coordination and for fun games, and those are really beneficial to you, man. But I will never, ever, 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 ever get you video games where people are killing people, ever, because that's not a game. I don't play that. All right. So now back on track. So we got the video games and the media, all right, which would be healthy, good media for you guys, like Baby Einstein. All right, and well, we're gonna have to pick out that educational stuff. We got the toys. You're gonna see wood art. You're gonna see lots of creative wood art around. Okay, differing pieces all the time. All right, because that's a new one that I just got from a beech tree. I'll teach you all about trees because that's my job, guys. I'm a tree ninja. All right, I take down huge trees. Me and a few little guys. We're like ants taking down these enormous trees. We do it with ropes and pulleys and all kinds of stuff. And it's dangerous work, but we're super safe about it. And we all trust each other, and we get it all done. And when this guy, premier tree guy, we always work up in the mountains. We got the best views all day long, and we straight ninja. So you'll learn about wood, you'll learn about arborary stuff, probably get into the tree business too, but you have to learn how to be safe first. All right, there's my bed. That's my bed box in the back where I keep my clothes. You guys will have a bed box too. We got to keep nice and organized. All right, I gotta fold some clothes. All right, so that's true. But God bless America, we've been here since the beginning, so that flag is gonna stay. And I got a mat and a bed, because this is a big mattress and a box spring, and that's for you. That's for you guys whenever you get here. That could be good for you, Abraxas, if you're staying here on the weekends, and for 50-50 custody situation for either of you guys. This works out. You guys will both have your own spot, or this mat is mine. I sleep on top of everything on that, and I can take that off, sleep on the ground. But there's bed for one of you guys here right now, and like I said, I got another apartment. Or you guys get both beds. I'll sleep on the gosh darn floor on the carpet between you guys. I don't care. There's room for all of us in here. But for right now, this place is good for at least one of you right now. It's gonna take a minute for me to get to you, Abraxas. I gotta finish up your brother first. I'm on trial. But so plenty of space for you guys to play around with your toys. Dump out your blocks. Flop around. Jump on the bed. Whatever. I have big pieces of cardboard that I want to put on the wall over here for you to color on. Here and here. For you guys just to color on whatever you want. So you can just mess that wall up with the cardboard on it. Alright, moving into the kitchen. I can see everything you guys do. It's nice. It's an open space, and that's safe. And I have a little gate here anyway that I want to put here in this space to keep you guys safe. So when I'm cooking, you can't run over here and get burned or knock into anything and everything. So you guys stay over there in the safe spots. And you can still watch me cooking from sitting in these seats. And I got to get you a safe strap seat, Brisbane. Because, I can easily buy that. It's just, I don't know how big you're going to be by the time you get over here. I got most of the stuff to keep you safe, my man. Keep everything closed up so you can't get to anything. But not like there's anything not safe, as you'll see throughout this whole entire video, guys. We don't use chemicals in our house. We use water, baking soda, lemon juice, hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, and vinegar to clean this house. And so when we're going through here, you're not going to see any chemicals. Okay? Well, everything is chemicals, but you're not going to see any gross, inorganic, nasty chemicals. All right? You don't want to put lemon juice or hydrogen peroxide in your eyes, but we don't use like chemical cleaners and ammonia and stuff like that. No. So anyway, so this is all your guys' space, and I'll have that closed off. That's the kitchen. And yes, I cook. I got to do my dishes, guys. You'll see in the next video the dishes will be done. Real men do dishes, okay? This is my little legal spot right now, but this is our table. You guys can sit here. You guys can eat, and you guys can watch me cook, because that's really important. All right? You guys can do your homework here, okay? You guys can do your little things here. You guys can watch things here. You guys can use my laptop. which I usually just use for legal stuff. And but while you're using it and watching things inside, remember, life happens outdoors. That's where the adventure is. All right, you know, beautiful mirror so you guys can reflect upon things and yourself in the world. And this is my fruit/federal justice turtle. Okay, and we always need more of that. And that, is something that you're gonna have to learn about too. My medication. Okay, yeah, your daddy takes the medication. And if you guys see that out, and you probably won't, because I have a safe spot for it. I'm going to show you. But oh my goodness, if you guys are over here and you see that, you go, Dad, your medication's out. You got to tell on me to myself, and I'm going to fix that. But you're not going to see this. However, boom, that's what it looks like. So, you know, oh my goodness, just in case it ever happens, that's what it is, and that's why I left it out for this video. And this is the torch. And you guys shouldn't have the torch around here. So go, Dad, oh my gosh, Dad, and I can go put it away to a safe place where you guys can't touch it. Okay? And you guys deserve to have a safe place with the locks on the doors, all right? And covers for the electric, okay? And all the safe things that you need. And you deserve to have a place where I can go, okay, guys, if you ever come inside, running inside, and I got this out, I got a drawer, okay? So I'll put that away in the safe drawer, and you guys are not allowed to go in that drawer. And not only are you not allowed to go in that drawer, it's got a keyed lock. And that's going to take me about 5 minutes to put on. You guys are never going to break into that thing or have the keys to that thing. And that is my safe drawer. You guys got to stay out of that, because that's my medication. And it's not safe for children, okay? It'll get you messed up. And I don't even take it when I drive. I don't take it when I'm doing anything important, when I'm working. I do not take my medication other than when I'm going to sleep. That's it. It helps me sleep. And I wouldn't want to take it for any other time because it gets me sleepy. So you guys probably won't even see me doing it, but you need to know if you're going to live in this house, that's part of my life. All right. So boom. Those are just drawers with kitchen stuff in them. So let's see a really important part of your life, the kitchen. And your kitchen's packed. You guys got cereal galore. We are safe here. There's a fire extinguisher. There's actually 2 of them. There's Brahmins down there, pancake mix, cereals. This is the pot of peanut butter. It is filled with peanut butter. I want to make peanut butter cookies. I hope you like peanut butter cookies, but lots of pancakes and waffle mix. All the canned vegetables and soups that you can want. All right, and I do like canned vegetables. I rinse them off first. And dried beans, dried noodles, flours, rice. We're good, guys. Okay, we are good to go. There's lots of food. And I like to cook, so I got. This is more from Brisbane, because Abraxas come, you can actually cook with the real stuff with me. You know, you're a big boy. But this is for Brisbane, so he can cook with us. Okay, and he can watch from over there in a high chair. And, you know, the stove is dirty because I cook. And I cook a lot, guys. And you're going to see that when we keep sending you videos. We got the garbage over here to throw out what you need, and it is, close that. We don't throw food in that so it ain't stinky. We got fresh water on the tap because we got a filter like that. We got a 7-stage filter. It cleans every little bit of nasty out, and we get 3 gallons an hour. So you guys can always have fresh, cool, cold water out of that little tap right there. And anytime you just ask, and I'll fill you up, okay? And keep on going. I got all the stuff to cook you guys stuff. Most of the dishes are here because I do cooking. Last week, hey, rough week. I had to go on a little trip for you guys. And snacks. Snacks. So many snacks. And every week, shopping snacks. Alright, and mostly savory snacks. Because I don't eat sugar right now, but you know, I actually have you guys really good sugars. Organic sugars and honeys, syrups, coconut sugar, and stuff just for you guys. Alright, because I don't. Cabinet, dishes. Alright, like I said, we use baking soda in this house for a lot of things, and dishes, and antacid, and brushing your teeth. And we got stockpiles in stores of all the things we need for parchment, so we can just, you know, we use paper plates some to keep it clean. You got a stocked fridge, you got everything, you got chicken, you got pork, you got beef, we got cooked pancakes, pork chops, sardines, and you got a few quick options you guys can pick on a rough pinch. You know, we could just do some mozzarella sticks or some Indian food or chicken pot pie. You know, or some Jimmy Dean sausages or whatever. We got some marinated stuff. It's easy to cook on a night like that. We're just rushing. We got to come home. We just got to grab some broccoli and cheese. Because let me tell you guys, oh, please, man. I do broccoli and cheese. I do cheese. And we got always eggs, always milk, always a pot of a chicken or a bunch of pork chops or a side of ribs is going to be in here. Always going to be cheese. Always going to be fruit options. Always going to be stocked vegetables. Always going to be a meat drawer for just thawing meat. Okay, and those are some barriers I'll have to use later on, guys. Sauces, oils, other stuff like that. Always a can of cold peaches. And I don't know. So you guys see it's stocked up. You guys can go into the fridge whenever you want, as long as the gate ain't locked. And you can get any stuff, because all this stuff is super healthy and good for you. It's the only things that I pick. A little bit more wood art for you. There's always a towel to dry your hands when you're coming in, and keep your hands clean. Okay. Doors usually open. Windows are usually open during the day until the night comes down. Windows always open in the lovely bathroom that you have here. All right. My little monkey men. Okay. And you got a tub shower. All right, and this is where, you know, Abraxas, I'm sure you know now how not to poop your pants. In Brisbane, this is where I'm going to teach you how to not poop your pants. Just like I taught your brother. And here's a little sink. We'll have a step up for you. Lickety split. Costs like $10. And I will have a little step up for you so you can wash your hands when you come in. Dry your hands, and you'll come eat whatever delicious stuff I cook for you. Everything's safe in here, and like I said, we don't use no chemicals. We have, right now, I have basically everything you would need with a little antibiotic gel. It's honey, and it works really, really well. We have hydrogen peroxide. I regularly use hydrogen peroxide. And I have Epsom salts. I have alcohol. And all, you know, the disinfectants and the astringents. I know those are big words, but, and things that you need. And down here, we just have a couple wipes. And in case we clog the toilet, we got that. Epsom salts. No chemicals, guys. I don't use chemicals. I got the stuff to keep that locked anyway, so you don't go just messing around in the muck in there. Wipes, gloves, regular stuff. Plenty of toothbrushes whenever you want a new toothbrush. Well, yeah, and that is the toilet, and this is the Quasar. And I love that toilet name. I love it. That's not why I picked it, but it's nice and small to teach you how to not poop your pants. There's a nice little clean bathroom and always fresh air in here. And we live in between that lake and that mountain, and on top of that mountain is the Appalachian Trail, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And there's a few spots that we can go up on it, and there's an ice cream parlor up there too. So I just cleaned up the house a little bit. I got to do the dishes. I was just getting rid of some baby clothes of yours that I've had for you for a while, and so those are yours. I got to go donate those, but I have them outside so I can donate them. And then we have Darlene, who I call Darlin, and this is our neighbor, and she lives in 6, and I live in 5. Always motorcycles going by, zoom, zoom, zoom. And we take out her trash, and she's an old widow, and we take care of old widows. And it's a very nice place, and we have our own private entrance. It says me and Darlene up here. And she watches out while we're gone. And I got a security set. Camera with monitors. I got 4 cameras and monitors. So we're watching the front yard, backyard, and this is your yard. Whoa! It's fenced in on this side. And you make your way down the path every day. And smell the roses. I do. They're in full bloom. Man, they smell so perfumey. And come on down. You got a fenced in area. You could walk out to the lake. Okay. We have canoes and kayaks to go on. We got to go up to Walmart and buy you some safety equipment that's going to fit you. But you have yards and yards of yard to play in back here. And me and Darlene are not the only people living back here, as you see from all this trash. And that whole other side of the building, there's 18 people, 18 apartments. And most of them are families. And some of them got their kids, and some of them got kids your ages. And this is the yard. And this is your garden. And every year we're going to have a garden. I always do a garden, and this is your garden this year. All right, and I've got a little bit of everything. Right now it's just corn and tomatoes and cucumbers and, you know, the basics. Those are some mango trees that I actually grow inside and keep outside during the summer. And this whole bed here is all herbs, and they're coming up slowly. I just planted them last week. We have pumpkins in the front, and it's going to be wildflowers. And I actually tilled up all this soil. See those piles of rock? And there's a rock wall out in front of Bill. And I actually used all the soil from here and tilled it up. And I'll make it bigger next year. That's a promise. But this is your garden to play in and learn about where food comes from. Grow your own food, your own clean food. I'm weed whacking today. So don't hold it against me. I gotta trim all this down. Last week was a busy week, and for you and all the kids, I gotta keep this clean. But we do. I treat it with diatomaceous earth, no chemicals back here, guys, and I throw diatomaceous earth all around the back border, and no one's getting ticks yet this year. But this right now, I gotta trim it down. Oop, there's a little chipmunky. And yeah, I definitely gotta do some trimming over here, guys. But this is your huge yard. I'm friends with some of the neighbors over here. Those are all the apartments. Oh man, I got my work cut out for me, but that's good for me because that's part of how I pay the rent, guys. And what the coolest part about this is you guys can just hang out around here in the areas where I can get the camera to see so I can monitor while I'm working outside. You can hang out around close enough to me. In the garden and in the yard over here. You guys can build forts back here. Rich is cool like that. My landlord is very cool like that. And you guys can be playing here. Ooh, I got my work cut out for me. Last week was tough. But you see, it's all bordered by these bushes. So you can't go falling out into the street. And you got the beautiful lake. You got swans out here. Lots of swans out here. But you're going to see beautiful birds out here. And so this is your house, guys. This is your place. And there's lots of families here. People for you to play with. People for you to meet. I've met them all. I trust them all. And yeah. So hey, you know, I just wanted to see. I wanted you guys to see the place that I got for you. And what you got. So, because there's always a thing of free stuff out here. We don't like to waste anything. Well, yeah. This is life on the lake, guys. And I hope to see you soon. And this is the environment that I built for you. For learning, watching nature, living a safe life. Safe. And there's a natural border on the back out. No. Where there's a waterway. And a big hill and a fence on the other side for the road. So that you guys ain't gonna get out in the road. I don't think why you would anyway. But it's basically an area where I'm not so worried about you guys being stupid and getting out into the road. This is kind of hard for anybody who was a bad guy to come in. And once I clear it out, it'll be done. The next video, you'll see it where it's actually cleared out. But anyways, guys, this is your home. And I can't wait for you guys to stay here and meet each other. And for this whole nonsense to be over. You guys can come up these stairs with me. All together. Like a family. And we can live together. In a harmony. Alright. That's it. That's the place, guys. Hope you enjoyed the tour. I love you. Alright. I'll see you. I'll shoot the next video, which will be very soon. Live on the lake.